ego can kill you or save you. Let me just say that. Vision boards, they actually do work. And then time collapsed and I had a crazy quantum leap. I really just want to do a whole one take. And so I got 15 minutes of running time left on this SD card. So we're just gonna take it from the top. What's happening, yo? First and foremost, we dropped a vlog last week and we now have 200 extra people in the family. This shit's crazy. I'm like overwhelmed, or not, no, honestly, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm very caught off guard though, because like what's even happening? I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber now. I'm a YouTuber. But I wanted to make this intro video because we got a lot of new people coming. I haven't been too present on social media since the Netflix show, and some of y'all know the vibes. Some of y'all don't know the vibes. I want to give a formal introduction and kind of just really let y'all know the intention behind the channel, why we're here, why I decided to finally make a YouTube. The longest form of content when I don't even post on Instagram and TikTok. I be on Snapchat though. We lit on Snapchat. Y'all come tap in with us. Okay, so let me just start from the beginning real quick. Quick introduction. Born and raised in Greensboro, North Carolina. Middle child. My older brother is 6 years older than me. My little brother's 9, so I didn't have him until I left for college. That's my dog. That's my twin for real. That's my little light-skinned twin. I went to ECU, graduated during the pandemic. That was trash. I didn't even walk the stage. I had one of the drive-through graduation celebrations. Shout out my Aduso, because she put it together and they did come through and they did have them envelopes. Okay, they had them envelopes. Vision boards, they actually do work. Let's start with that because that's when the shift really happened. So October 2020, right? Mind you, the pandemic hit March of 2020. And so I made a vision board going into the new year. And I put a few things on the vision board. One of the things I put down is a modeling contract, or excuse me, it was just a man signing the contract. At the time, instead of just graduating and going back home, I graduated and got an apartment at Greenville. And so I stayed there for like 6 months. I didn't want to stay there for my full lease. I let my boy take it over. And in the time of me staying there, I got close with my guy. We were always going back and forth to Greensboro because we're both from the city, and he was already signed to a modeling agency and his dad worked at the modeling agency, right? I went up there one day when they were shooting digitals, expressed my interest. She was like, okay, yeah, we'll sign you, because they already know when they look at you if they want to sign you. It was on ice until I was like, I just felt it in my spirit. I was like, I need to go back to Greensboro. And so I moved back in March, okay? I moved back in March of 2021. And I kid you not, a week after I moved back, I booked my first modeling gig. I was staying at my nana's crib. I got a casting, we went outside. I probably got the pictures somewhere. If I got the pictures, I'm gonna throw them up here. We went outside, I had my underwear and socks on. It was for Gildan. She took a picture of my underwear, took a picture of my socks, booked it. First campaign was for Gildan. That shit was so lit, I'm not gonna lie, it turned me up. And I was just feeling super blessed. Overwhelmed with gratitude, because this is the other thing. My first shoot was the weekend of my birthday, so after we wrapped shooting and I drove back to Charlotte, next day was gonna be my birthday. I was driving back on March 19th and my birthday's on the 20th. And so it was just like, you feel me, synchronicities. I pay attention to certain things because there's no such thing as a coincidence. Fast forward like to August, I'm walking through the grocery store, check my DMs, and I have a message request from a casting director saying that she's casting for a show about 8 people experiencing life post-pandemic, and she thought that I would be a good fit for it. I'm like, okay, this is random. Anyways, decided to hit her back. We get on the call. She's like, yeah, kind of gives me a rundown. She's like, it's just like a video series. We're just following you guys around. You don't have to do anything but be yourself. I was like, I don't have to do nothing but be myself? Man, and something in me knew that I was gonna get it, and I did get it. And I was doing a lot of manifesting. I was doing a lot of writing. I was doing a lot of journaling. I was doing a lot of, how do you say it? I don't want to Kundalini, a lot of Kundalini meditation. That shit's crazy if you guys have ever tried it. Those of y'all who know, y'all know. And then time collapsed and I had a crazy quantum leap, and things that I had always seen in my head came to fruition. I know that the way that I think, I have an advantage in the way that I was raised because of just like my mom and dad brainwashed me in the best possible way. And I mean that as far as like, since I was younger, they were always establishing words of affirmation over me. Like intentionally or unintentionally, it doesn't matter because it worked. I have a certain sense of self-belief. I I have a really strong faith in God. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual, and I do, you feel me, like me and God, yeah, we go together. What the girls say, we go together real bad. Nah, but we really locked in for real. And you feel me, my grandfather was Muslim. And so just like always growing up with these different backgrounds, I went to a science and magnet school. I always went to like hella mixed schools. Like the black population was always small at every school I was at. Being able to see different perspectives and different viewpoints definitely helped me kind of, I don't know, just be able to see things in a certain way. Like something I really like that I am able to do is to zoom out and see things from just like the perspective of the watcher and not really like be too attached to anything. Went on the show, and then of course that shit changed everything. All the moments up to my life had prepared me for the moment of the show, including my journey of, you feel me, just starting to like really get tapped in with spirituality and manifestation, like the real version, not the westernized version. And really, that's when I started going stupid in the gym. That's when I started doing time restricted eating. That's when I started, honestly, that's all I was doing. I was just eating really, really good and doing time restricted eating. And I was going stupid in the gym. I can't hold you. I was going dumb in the gym. And then after living in Austin for a while, I moved back to Charlotte because I told my boy that I was gonna work on a podcast with him. And I also had the opportunity to go be included in another project that was filmed shortly after my project. And you feel me, this was a very pivotal moment in my life because, you know, where spirit told me I should go right, I went left. And you feel me, operating in the flesh and just like letting my ego get in the way. Not in a good way, in a bad way. Ego can kill you or save you. Let me just say that. It can kill you or save you. Your ego is meant to protect you. You feel me? It's like the lowercase I and the capital I. It's just really, you gotta, again, be able to zoom out and be the observer. But one of the easiest ways I explain it to people, because it made sense when I heard it, but if a tree's falling, your ego is what tells you to step to the left, you feel me, or the right, so the tree doesn't fall on you, okay? The ego's here to save you. You can't let it overcome you, because that's when things get bad. Lived in Charlotte for a while, and then ended up moving back to Greensboro like 6 months after filming the podcast. And this was like the point of my life where, you feel me, I'm fresh off a Netflix show. I got like hella followers overnight. Didn't really know what to do with that. I wasn't in the best mental space just because I wasn't where I felt like I wanted to be, which was self-inflicted, which was also the biggest pillar that I had to, or the biggest wall that I had to get over during this time. And then once I did, you feel me, and I started to get more control on, you feel me, my everyday thoughts and the negative thoughts, because again, like I told y'all, we create these narratives in our head and we start to believe it. Like that's how our brain works. It's not real. Now we're here. You feel me? Things can be right in front of you and you not even really see it. I had an opportunity. You feel me? I got invited to New York for an Instagram event for an innovator summit actually, and I'm like, damn, like I think I said this in the last vlog too. Any room that God put you in, just know you're supposed to be there. When I got invited to Instagram's first Innovator Summer, I was just very like damn, it's interesting that I would be considered qualified to be invited to this event in New York City at the headquarters, the first one. So I'm like, and when I did come up here to New York, I had a little window, and as y'all know, we're still here. It's crazy because in 2 days, it'll be 4 months in the city. It's super early. It's so early. Like New York don't even know that I'm here. Shit's wild. My real intention is just to lead by action and to bring y'all more into my life, to touch on everything. We're talking about health. We're talking about wealth. We're talking about relationships. Wealth is gonna be a really interesting one because let me tell y'all, I had to change my relationship with money, and I still am, because I guess I had certain like trauma with money that I didn't really realize, and I've had to uncover. And I do, because like this is the power of, like, people always talk about, like, or like scrunch their face up when you talk about meditation and journaling and breath work and just awareness and mindfulness and things like that. But what that does is that allows you to detach and zoom out and take a pause and take a moment and just like see things for what it is. And really what everything comes down to is how you're what your experience is with the thing. Like, what type of experience are you deciding to have with it? I listened to a really good podcast about that the other day. Let me just be quiet for this train, because I'd be mad if y'all couldn't hear me while I was talking this whole time. Like, when you're going through pain, like disassociating with your body and know like you're not, like, kind of witnessing the pain instead of experiencing the pain. And that's what it is. That's life, being a witness to it as opposed to experiencing it, because it does allow you an advantage. I'm not even gonna lie, I just lost my train of thought. But how much time we got on here? I got 5 minutes left. Excuse me. I'm drinking good water, that sparkling mineral water with some pink Himalayan salt. It's real hydration. I'm just gonna post this tomorrow, which is Friday, because we have a lot of new people, and this is just gonna, I guess, just be on the channel forever. We might as well. I'm super excited to start this YouTube journey because I like long form content. I haven't really leaned into making content because I got my following being off a Netflix show, but I wasn't somebody who was creating content or like posting to accumulate a following. And so, like, they say, like, when you just get something really fast, it's harder to keep it or maintain it. And so, like, overnight, I didn't just like start posting on Instagram or like start making reels. Like, it took me a minute to get into it. And it's crazy because I didn't even realize it, but I posted my first Instagram reel January 23rd of last year. And so it's been about a year since technically I've been in the content creation space, which is also crazy. And a year later, we're on YouTube. 200 subscribers later, like, shout out to the gang. If you're watching this whole video, then we're really tied in. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being here, because my only intention with my life is, I already said earlier, like, lead by action but to help other people. Like, purpose is so much. We feel like we have to find our purpose, and I've learned that it's more so about remembering your purpose. I do believe that we all come here with a purpose and a plan. And I think that when we're younger and when we're kids and we're in that childlike state, it's so much easier to just neglect what other people are doing on the outside, and like, you're not worried about being perceived, and you're just free. You're just living carefree, and that's your highest self. And so, my theme for last year actually was satisfying the kid in myself. This year, honestly, I didn't really come up. Well, I did come up with a theme. I said it's the year of 100. The year of 100 of just giving 100%, giving 100% effort, because when you don't, like, the results you're gonna get. Did y'all know that whenever you're playing a sport or you're doing a workout, if you're half-assing and you're not going 100% and you're giving like 50%, you're more prone to injury. And so I kind of took that philosophy and have applied it to life, because if you're not giving 100% on a day-to-day, break it down every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, and then the years add up. If you're not giving 100%, then you're more prone to have a miserable life. And it might not even be miserable, but it's not gonna be the life that you want and the life that you see in your head. And anything that you see in your head is a preview of what God has for you, okay? I'm telling you, anything in the spiritual must manifest itself in the physical. And so once you really lock into that, it's wraps. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to 2024. It's Black History Month. You better act right. We're good. Yeah, act right. YouTube, we're going up this year. I'm not even gonna get caught in the numbers either. Oh, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe. Tap in. Come on. Like, comment. Let me know what y'all want to see on the channel. Do that too. Let me know what y'all want to see on the channel. Okay, y'all better let me know for real. This is kind of cringe. It's really not. I think I broke through the third wall, or is that the fourth wall? I don't know. Either way, we here though. Oh my gosh, y'all see the fade? I go to the Dominicans now. Y'all gonna see it in the vlog. My boy Javi got me right. Stop it.